방송 중!
Hot War is a 1998 Hong Kong action movie. It currently has less than 500 ratings on IMDb. I took a chance on this movie knowing nothing about it going in. Three friends who grew up from the same orphanage and became scientists now research the human subconscious for the CIA. Granted, it is quite late in the game before they finally give you this information, at least in the subtitles I had. Sub responsibly, kids. They get the news that a criminal named Mad Dragon, or Alien in some subtitles, depending which one you get, plans to send violent mind waves through subsonic frequencies throughout Asia to unleash a financial crisis. Both sides try their best to defeat the other side as such happens. It's seemingly pretty standard stuff from this period of HK films with the more floaty action. Tragedy strikes early on, as is required, and of the three scientists, one female, two male, the girl scientist is captured. The two males go through the CIA's virtual training to make them into super fighters in 7 days through virtual reality and hypnosis. It's pretty imaginative, and their view of VR technology is not quite how ours ended up. We get some decent gunfights and some solid stunts in the finale. Somewhere in the last act, the movie blindsided me with characters dealing with faulty brainwash programming, more emotional trauma, struggles with self-identity, and an ending that was way deeper than the beginning tricked me into expecting. It absolutely nailed the ending and left me wanting more. I was actually still thinking about it days later, the emotional mechanics of it, not just the stunts. The action leaned more towards the style of that day in that industry, which I've never been terribly keen on, but the story really connected with me in the last half. I was very pleasantly surprised. Cast-wise, it seems to have been very trendy at the time of making. Jingle Ma directed, and I loved his work on Rumble in the Bronx. It's one of my favorite Jackie Chan movies. He did Tokyo Raiders, which he directed, and has that style I was talking about in excess, but has also done work on God of Cookery, Full Throttle, which I plan to review, and Police Story First Strike, among other very solid hits. This was the very first film he directed. As one of the leads, we had E. King Chang. He had gained stardom largely through the Young and Dangerous series, and the same year as this was in The Storm Riders. He has a solid career with A Man Called Hero, Future Cops, and Golden Job, as some of my favorites are of his. He's done songs for a few of his films, and I'm 90% sure he did so again for the credit song of Golden Job. I really need to review that film as well. Jordan Chan is the other male lead, and he too gained much popularity from the Young and Dangerous films. He was also in Initial D, Golden Job, Skyline Cruisers, which I need to review, Big Bullet, and many others. I just mentioned the ones I'm happy to be familiar with. Kelly Chen is the female lead of the three, and she was in Infernal Affairs 1 and 3, Tokyo Raiders, and Breaking News. Terrence Yin was the main villain and has had roles in Tomb Raider, the good one, Man with the Iron Fist, which I reviewed its direct-to-video sequel, New Police Story, Vengeance, Rob B. Hood, and Gen X Cops. This film at the HK Awards won Best Editing, Action Design, and Sound Effects. The movie has some Universal Soldier vibes and some tropes we never see in movies anymore at this point. The action is solid, but it was the storyline that surprised me and took it beyond the forgettable fare I usually encounter from this time period. If you have anything to add to the discussion, comment below, and until next time, this has been Stormdog.